just everywhere. It didn't matter.
OJ was the one nigga, the black community, where we was like, nah, white people. He did it.
Yeah.
Like, don't lock him up. Don't let him out.
What's going on? You're tuned in to the All Points podcast. We are the freshest crew, and I go by the name of A2.
This is Tim the Chat Man.
Midwest.
This is Kyle's Cool Corner.
And I got one thing
With a
to
K.
say.
Yeah, we're all K's.
I got one thing to say.
What is that?
Midwest, when you defect to Russia.
When did I what?
Defect to Russia.
What you mean?
Look at that jacket. He got the Russian flag up.
That's
Even his cup matches, man.
That's the Puerto Rico colors. What you mean?
That's the Russian flag. It's just like the white, blue, and red, all streaks.
That's France.
That's not France. There's this
That's
vertical.
America, too.
Oh.
I mean, there's a lot of flag countries with these color schemes.
Yeah.
No, I could believe it's Puerto Rico, though. He down there shooting paper towels and whatnot.
Shoot.
Just
That's funny.
Yeah. How y'all doing, though?
I'm good. I mean, the sun is out.
Man.
right.
Man.
We outside.
Man. The winter is defeated. You know what it's going to be on Sunday?
What's that?
90 degrees.
Stupid.
I can't wait.
It's kind of like too premature.
Nah, it's cool, though.
It's very
It ain't
premature.
even summertime yet.
It's very premature.
Spring.
It's summertime as soon as Fresh Prince come out playing that song, so.
But spring was trying to hold on. I mean, not spring. Winter was trying to hold on for dear life.
It was.
I mean, y'all got to remember, though, this is Kansas. Like, it could still snow in this month.
It
Still
could.
get a cold front to come through.
It could, but as long as we're seeing signs of better days, right? So.
That's
My
right.
electric bill has been very nice lately.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Keep that door open.
I ain't got to turn no heat
Keep
on.
that screen
Right.
door open.
Man.
Yep.
I ain't got to worry about that. I take care of the gas and whatnot at the house. So winter's been a bitch. I'm gonna be cooling in the summer.
Yeah, what this mean is those of y'all who've been playing that cold weather rule, your time is up. Pay that bill.
Ew, yeah.
Town West.
Stupid. Why you just put everybody on payment plans on blast?
Listen,
Hey, they did it to themselves.
they know exactly.
Right?
They know what they did. They said they had Christmas presents and Valentine's Day to worry about.
That's messed up.
No, because we know people are selective spending, you know.
Of course.
They could choose to buy, you know, like stuff they don't need, like shoes and clothes and bottles
Drinks.
at the club and
Coochie.
bags of weed.
Yeah.
When it
Except
come
for
time to
food.
pay them utilities.
Yeah, be like, I ain't got it, man.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
guess-
get you next month.
I'll just have to turn it on in my son's name.
I ain't gonna lie. I had to make that decision today.
Wait,
but
for
you
real?
know, one bill got a big grace period, so you just ride that grace period out until it ain't officially late until the next bill come.
Man.
That's fair, I suppose.
You do what you got to do, man. I mean, you can't be mad at somebody surviving. Like I saw this one. I saw this one chart. It was talking about like where like inflation has gone up the most, and it was like 5-6% for like gas and whatnot, and not just like fuel. I'm just talking about like just gas and whatnot. And I'm just like, God damn, man, it's hard out here.
It is.
Right.
Gas popping up again too. Like shit's like $3.40 a gallon in some places I'm seeing
I was gonna
now.
say.
Not everywhere, but
I was
it's
gonna say
somewhere.
here.
It popped up like $3.39 at like all the Casey's.
Ah, shit.
I don't know nothing about that. Sorry.
You don't go to Casey's?
Oh no, electric man over there.
Gas period.
Yeah.
Look at me! I put AA batteries in my car.
Hey, when an EMP hits, you ain't gonna be able to do shit.
You know, I heard a dude talking yesterday in Kansas City that drove up there in his Tesla. They was like, "You was able to make it up without charging?" He's like, "Yeah, I had to go the speed limit and couldn't turn my AC on, but we made it."
No,
Y'all out here riding dirty to save to have clean energy.
Yeah.
Fuck
from
that. He know because he go to Kansas City enough. He
Yes.
don't have to do it.
from Wichita to Kansas City and on a normal charge, yes, you will not make it in one go,
But-
unless you do one of those things he just said.
But what is it, like a 20-minute charge or something like
It's
that?
like 10. Yeah, it's literally
In a
okay.
car,
there's-
you can make it off of one tank.
Of course, there's literally one charge at Emporia that has a Dollar General. By the time you plug your car in and walk all the way to the Dollar General, your car is already ready to go. So that's how quick it charges. So it's just like, no, you can make it to Kansas City in one charge, but you will be on like negative numbers when you get to the city.
That's I know my car.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what it is.
Construction and just gotta.
Yeah, but
well, my battery low. I can't see what speed I'm going anymore. We're on emergency power.
yes, I do have to charge probably. I got charged halfway getting there. And once I get into the city, it's good to charge, and then I got to charge to leave.
I gotta have peace of mind. I can't be
Right.
walking,
that's that
walking a
Elon.
thin line.
Yep.
I get
Going out of
it.
town.
That's that Elon tech right there. You know, it works, but kind of.
The worst part is there ain't that many charging stations between here and there, right? So, like, what do you do if that place ain't working?
There's enough.
Then, like,
they're not. They
You
didn't used to
competing
be.
against all the other
There's
Tesla
enough.
drivers who need to do the same thing as you.
No, there's enough.
Yeah, but they should build them out. They should get more of an infrastructure so it's easier. But
Yeah.
I mean, we ain't seen that for another like 5 years or something like that.
There's enough in our area for sure to get
Isn't there
to
only
where we
like
need to
one
go.
supercharger in
Wichita, yes, there's
This shit
only
don't
one
make no
super.
sense.
Is it that one at the Applebee's?
Yes, the one in the ghetto. Yes, but
the place where nobody probably has a
Be the one
Tesla.
side of town.
that's
It's south side, I think.
dirty
Yeah.
south side.
Yeah, like you would think that they would put it downtown, like in a central area
Right.
where like it's equal, but nah, they're like, nah.
They
Southsiders
put-
have
slums.
Teslas.
Somewhere where Teslas might get stolen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Teslas are worth more than the houses over there.
Please, you still get your catalytic converter stolen with a Tesla somehow.
Well, facts.
Stupid.
Going on and then take it off.
Honey, they turned off the electricity. I stole this Tesla to give us some power through the winter.
Stupid.
Yeah,
But yep. So
yeah.
I gotta address something. I gotta address
I
something.
wonder what it could be.
Why are people so outraged?
I woke up this morning.
People so
Got
outraged.
yourself
Excellent.
a gun.
I was ready to listen to what is it called? Still Don't Trust You.
We
Still Don't Trust You.
Get it right.
By Metro Boomin and Future.
yeah.
I heard that if he don't trust you, he might shoot you.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. And
Let me put a disclaimer before.
no.
you say, make a statement.
Let me say what I'm gonna say. Because
No, hold on. Because really, it'll flow it'll transition to what you said.
no, let me say it first, and then you can.
All right.
You can root.
So the first track is "We Still Don't Trust You." If you guys remember, if you listen to the first album, you know the title's track was called "We Don't Trust You," and that thing went hard. You know that beat went hard, everything went hard. So I'm going into this album thinking it's about to be heavy hitter, hard stuff, and this is all here.
It's like a 70s, 80s Knight Rider.
I was waiting for the weekend.
I'm mad because
to
that's
come in.
actually very correct what you're describing.
I was waiting for the weekend to come in, and then the weekend came in.
Hey, but how that track is layered and built, like all the
I was mad.
You gotta understand it.
No, I get it. So I was listening to it. I was like, okay, maybe the next one's gonna be a heavy hitter. Same old vibe.
The heavy
Next
hitters
one
are at the end.
was the same old.
There's like 7 tracks.
I didn't
that are-
get past track 5. I'm sorry. I didn't get past track 5.
Well, see-
the jealousy song. I didn't get past track 4. Jealousy. But I remember, as Gene was explaining to me off the podcast, that Future has 2 different personas, and there is the club regular dope dealing Future, which is regular Future, and then there's the lover boy that's like Hendrix, and I'm assuming this was his Hendrix version on this album,
Absolutely.
but I was not prepared for it, I will say.
Well, that's the thing. Like, why have high expectations for something you're not familiar with?
I was
if you have a certain
expecting some
type of
ghetto beats.
woman. If you have a certain type of woman that you're interested in, you know your
Yes.
type.
Yes,
You know what to expect. You know what you're getting because that's your type.
that's
you
not
just,
even
like,
true. I don't
You're
know.
trying to like try something different for the first time. Of course, you're not gonna like it because it's not what you're accustomed to.
You're right.
But I'm familiar with his catalog and a lot of other people who know his catalog. And I already said, if you drop like 20 something tracks of this, he wasn't going to be redundant and drop the same thing. He was going to
Of course.
flip the switch, the B side, and do the alternative version to his alter ego.
This is definitely a
which is
B-side.
exactly, I called it. I mean, he's done it before, and you want the hard hitting Future, but he literally just did that on "I Never Did Like You," and then he did it on the first "We Don't Trust You." So that's 2 albums back to back. So he decided to switch it up on the third go around. I mean, I don't fault the man. You know, it's like Beyonce. You can't straddle the fence. You really
Can't
you're
box
right.
him in.
It just wasn't for me. I'll say that.
I mean,
but
it's better than Yeezus.
I mean, anything's better than Yeezus.
That's what I'm saying.
I
So
hate
when he
Yeezus.
decided to switch it up, that was just like,
No, 808s
it's
and Heartbreak was when he switched it up.
You said what?
808s and Heartbreak was when he switched it up. I don't know what Yeezus was.
But
Well, I mean, it was a switch up, but it just
It
wasn't.
was.
but the version of the Future you want is
that
at
ghetto.
the end.
That Percocet.
It's at the end of it. There's like
Yes.
7 songs.
It's like 7. It's like another album within this album.
So yeah,
like
that-
7
he gave
songs.
you-
Yes.
He gave you that version that everybody wants.
And they blend into each other like a mixtape, and it was kind of dope how they did it. But the only reason I got that far in the album is because I was told that J. Cole had
see,
a
that's
feature on the album, and I was like, "Wait a minute."
See, that's why I hate the internet because nobody like dives into anything unless everybody's talking about it. So that song was leaked. When I heard it, I'm like, man, I heard this song like a couple years ago. But
So it's an old track.
yes, and he
That's
probably
hilarious.
remastered it, and then he extended it. The song is 6 minutes. He put J. Cole on it.
Knowing that,
I thought it was funny
sounds even
because-
pettier.
J. Cole kind of dissed him in Metro. He kind of dissed Future on Might Delete Later.
Yes.
And then
So that's why I'm so confused.
they have a history like Metro and Future was like,
Yes.
his music puts people to sleep. So it's kind of ironic that
He
you don't know where the friendships are. It's like,
No, that's why the rap is so fake.
it's like Future
I mean,
and Drake.
it's-
Go ahead.
It's WWE though. You know, like everybody fucks with each other, but it's
Yeah.
not like you pay attention probably just for the story. You
Yeah.
know, that's probably it. They probably cool with each other. They probably still make music. They probably got more music together.
Oh, yeah, of
They probably
course.
recorded something like a couple of months ago. We never know.
Right.
I'm sorry. Maybe I just want.
You
Maybe
want
no,
blood
no. Maybe I just want the old '90s rap, gangster rap. I want niggas to
want
be
niggas shooting
pulling
at
up
each
on each other on the airport and be like, "Yeah, what's up?"
But one
what's
thing for sure is Drake versus the entire music
Yeah, 'cause
industry.
Yeah.
I saw this one beat. It was like
ASAP Rocky coming for
when
this
Drake
bitch.
has to,
Wait, for real?
when Drake has to be diss ASAP Rocky, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Travis Scott, Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, all at once.
Nav,
Yeah.
Rick Ross.
What was that song DJ Khaled did that had like a shit ton of features? I feel like they need to just do one of those, but it's just a Drake diss. It's just like 10 different artists all dissing him at one time.
You know he's gonna have this fucking Thanos syndrome or whatnot, feeling like he's
course.
like on top of the world and got the Infinity Gauntlet.
Of
and shit.
course.
He going to assemble other rappers to diss him for him.
Yeah.
No, that'd be
And
a
the beef
mistake.
goes off of him.
And the beat.
But Kyle, you know where you messed up in this conversation?
What?
You tried to talk bad on Future in front of a dreadhead nigga. All dreadhead niggas represent Future once their dreads get over 6 inches long.
Nah,
It's
like I
in the
said,
hair.
I've been listening to his music since like 2011.
No, I'm more mad.
When you grew dreads.
I'm more mad at the light skinned nigga J. Cole,
I know you would be.
who ain't got no loyalty,
None.
doing tracks with
And fucking
with
light
Future.
skins.
Yeah,
Can't trust none of them.
yeah.
Bro just need to go back to riding
Drake
his
over here
bike.
looking at him like, man, can't trust these light skins.
Yeah, that's just.
That's that's who you
But
can't trust.
they
Rap
keep saying
Colin
he has a
Kaepernick.
Kendrick Lamar diss ready to drop at any moment.
You mean Cole?
Drake.
Oh,
Drake does.
then do it.
I don't believe it.
Yes.
I don't believe it until I hear
He's
it.
been putting subliminals on his IG.
I
Even
don't.
Joe Budden's like, he's talked to both camps. Kendrick's working on something. Drake's working on something because a lot of people has heard it. It's just they waiting on
I don't believe it.
Yeah,
I don't believe it until I hear it.
What Kendrick
But did
doing
you-
right now?
You can't call yourself the greatest. I mean, he's pretty much been running the game, whether people like it or not, as far as like billboards and hit songs. So, with all that being said, you can't just run into a cave and hide because K Dot
course.
drops
No, I agree.
a verse. So you pretty much almost have to respond. If you don't, you ain't never gonna live it up.
I mean, but it'll be the same old, because it's like there was that one where he was at the hip hop awards and whatnot, and Kendrick said something about
Cypher.
like, yeah, he was talking about Drake on there.
Yeah.
No response. So even if he don't respond, he has a history of it, and he'll just be like, "No, I'm above the fray."
He gonna lose respect then.
I mean, if he hasn't by now, why would he?
Well, I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear it for sure.
Honestly, I just don't think he's gonna do it. Because I mean, what does he have to gain from it?
Drake.
I mean, it's more
responded?
like it's just competitive. It's competitiveness.
Because he
and
already
it's pride too.
he already has that reputation of not going after actual gangster like
Yeah, he goes
dudes.
after. He went after Common. Like
Yeah.
exactly.
It's just like,
And
come
then-
on now.
You ain't wet nobody, nigga. You Canada dry. Like,
Because Drake will sing it. He'll pop up and he'll be like, I do not rock with you. Show up at my house with my Glock for you.
Hey.
And it's like you can't be dissing singing like that with people. But
you can.
But it'll be counted as a rap song.
Drake act like he about that life.
He do.
he ain't though. He ain't never gonna be about that life.
Yeah, he ain't.
Them light skins don't do nothing.
Apparently, I'm not considered light skinned no more, so you can stop looking at me.
Hey, you know what?
I was told I am no longer part of the lighter melanin delegation
you've been on the
years
show
ago.
long?
Apparently, I'm just a tad shade too dark.
What light skinned nigga kicked you out?
Wasn't a light skin. It was a dude about your complexion.
You got
He said
adopted.
you want us now.
You got adopted,
I don't
Dan.
think I ever considered you light skinned.
See, and I'm like, apparently I'm not anymore. I'm like, I didn't realize where I lost. It was all them float trips, probably.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
Cooked me.
Yeah, that sounds like some light skin. Flow trips. I got invited to one. I was like, nope.
man, you should have went. It's fun.
He like,
no
I ain't
way.
touching that water.
Ain't no way.
Why not?
Cause the only
I ain't sitting in the sun, baking
Yeah.
like no rotisserie
chest
chicken,
just big.
floating down.
He can't wear a hoodie or long sleeves out there, man. You know his skin. Your skin don't do too well with the sun too, so that probably wouldn't
it
be good
don't.
for you.
Nah. Speaking of wearing hoodies in this 90-degree weather,
Yeah.
some brothers came up to my house. Some young bucks came up to my house today,
Word.
and they was like, "Yo, man, can we cut your grass today?" This dude was wearing all black, like a hoodie and sweats.
Oh, he don't love his life.
Earlier today, and I said,
Nigga, 75 degrees.
he was, I was like, dang, you about to pass out.
You gotta be a goon to cut the yard in all black, because it's
Man.
like you just drawing heat to yourself. That's crazy.
But I respect his hustle though. So he was like 25 for the front or 40 for both. All I had was 25, so I gave him 25. And them little
It
niggas,
was children or teenagers.
They was some teenagers. You
I
know.
wouldn't have trusted in this era.
I didn't
Because
and,
You would
in
say
this
that.
era, like the hitters are the teenagers.
And you know
They
what?
the ones out here doing all the killings. And on top of that, like for somebody to get that up close and personal to my property,
Yes.
they in the front and backyard,
Yes.
and they could just be eyeballing.
Yes.
And it, if this was like 15, 20 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even 10 years ago, cool. But in this era, nah, man, we don't trust you. And you can tell
But he
his
said
friend,
it earlier.
you can tell him we don't trust you. You can tell his friend we still don't trust you.
Kyle suddenly just grows dreadlocks,
And you
puts
know-
on some shades.
You know what? Like I was like, hold on a second. So I closed the door on him and I pulled out the money and then I paid him. I was like, yeah, go ahead and do the front. And I was just like, why did I pay them first? I should have just.
Right? What's wrong with you?
I said, these niggas could just walk away. so I went outside to check my mail, and I was just like, oh, so y'all live on this block? And he was like, nah, we live somewhere over there. And he pointed in the direction. I didn't see no cars nearby. It was just 4 niggas with like 4 different lawnmowers.
Hey, it was 4 of them?
Yeah.
It don't take 4 niggas to cut
Why
some
ain't they in
grass.
school?
They was
the
out of
other
school
two
today.
Oh, it's out of school
What
today.
was the equipment?
They had like 4 lawnmowers. Look, half of them look
Mopping.
broken. A weed whacker and then a weed leaf blower.
Nah, you need to check your cameras right now, dog.
No, I was watching the whole time. Honestly,
you need to look at 'em right
honestly,
now.
I was watching. You said right now.
Right now,
Nah.
he looking too.
Hey, but I was watching the whole time in the front because I was like, man, they better edge up my yard.
With the weed?
Nah, the time I thought we was going to have a problem over there when we went to DreamCon last year, and that black Impala with
Was
the
just
blacked
sitting
out
there?
windows just pulled up up out of nowhere. And it's like, hey, yo, what's
Can't
going
even see
on?
inside of it.
Couldn't see inside, and then they went down walked down the block like several houses, and I'm like, oh, that's somebody's sneaky link right there.
Yeah, when I see people walking down my block when I'm coming home at night, I just keep driving because I don't want them to know
where he live.
Yeah, that was before we left, huh?
Yeah,
I remember that.
That was sketchy as hell.
They just pulled up all this,
I think they tried to climb through the. I remember I used to do that. Park around the block.
Man,
No, I ain't never had to do that.
Walk, creep through the garage door.
somebody was getting robbed.
Man. But I felt good, helping out some brothers, It wasn't the occasional white guy. It was a group of black, kids and I was just like, maybe if I, help them out, it'll get them off them streets. So
Yeah, you just bought them all black and milds.
They remember your address now, so like, he paid us once. If we go back in like a week or 2 weeks, maybe he'll let us do it again.
probably
Ding his Tesla with a rock. Say it was the lawnmower.
This is what you do. Is like, all right, last time y'all was over here, that wasn't right. That wasn't
That's exactly
right.
what I'm gonna do.
That wasn't
That's
right.
exactly what I'm gonna do.
And be like, all right, so that's gonna drop it another $5.
Shoot.
But if you do it right, you get the full price.
Yeah. I mean,
Then every time, just point out, man, this blade of grass wasn't as low as the other ones.
My grass started dying after y'all cut it.
shoot, ain't nothing growing in my yard except for weeds. So
Same.
that's the case.
Yep.
But
Oh man, I'm looking forward to it, man. I don't know what it was. This winter kind of got to me, and it never does. Like there's like people talk about like seasonal depression and shit like that. Like it never gets to me, but just this winter, something just clicked.
is it because you had a significant other and you feel like you can't travel as much in the wintertime?
No, I ain't got nothing to do with that. It's more so just kind of like I just didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
He was out in that cold delivering them Yeetsus.
I mean, that might actually be part of it.
It'd be I think it's a lot of factors. It's like the daylight savings is a contributing factor.
Man, it was dark as shit.
The
Super
sun
early.
gives you energy. It affects your mood. So when it's just like you ain't got no sunlight, it's just like now you just start like going into the negative stuff.
That's what I mean. Like as soon as we have like sunny days and shit, I'm outside like half the day at work. Even if I ain't got nothing to do, I'll just go and walk around. But if it's like cloudy, if it's just cloudy, I'll just sit in the back office and just not do shit.
Just be depressing.
And plus,
Pretty
then
much.
it's just that's like winter. That's like all the holidays.
Yeah.
So now
How we amped.
your memory bank just started coming through.
Charging like that Tesla.
Timeline, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Nah, I'm looking forward to the summer. I'm looking forward to the nice season.
Me too.
I think we should be outside more this
I
year.
agree.
For scumbag season,
I'm gonna
absolutely.
be outside because I'm in the gym right now.
Yeah.
You damn Skippy, I'm gonna come outside.
Cooking, you cooking.
He got to work out them knee BLs.
You gonna have
Clanging
the,
and banging.
You gonna have the abs out.
I hope we have whatever we decide to get our residency in Austin. I hope we have a basketball goal like the last time. Because if we did, I'm fucking dunking
trying
on
to
Tim.
claim.
I'm gonna show him.
Wait, hold on. What?
He called out Tim.
I'm gonna show him what these knees do.
I'm like, wait, why me?
We could put Steve down there with you.
I ain't playing no basketball, brother man.
Niggas said I'm dunking on you.
And you will.
I mean, if you said it was me, it wouldn't even be a challenge.
You don't want to play with me. I play like a football player, man.
All right. I done been through
Foul.
I've been through it.
Nah. Now I kind of want to see this.
So you gonna get on the court, Kyle?
Nah,
Started
man.
hooping at Pyatt and the Met set, a.k.a. Lynette Woodard. I know how to play physical.
No, just the fact that you said Pyatt, I already knew. It's like, nope. Don't want to smoke with him.
Speaking of basketball,
He gonna show up in the Air Forces, in the Black Forces, right?
Black forces.
explain all this hype behind this little white girl for Iowa.
What white girl?
Caitlin Clark?
Caitlin Clark. Explain all this.
I mean,
I heard she's
Basketball
racist
nigga.
too.
I don't think so.
I heard she got racist tendencies. Sorry.
I heard her first word was nigga.
I haven't seen any racist
I
tendencies.
feel like Ice Cube would not be offering her $5 million if she was
Where is
acting
racism
racist.
coming from?
I saw this video and she was dapping up all her white players, and then when she went to the black coach, she just skipped right past her.
Like the assistant.
I guess, and just dapped up everybody else that was white.
Maybe she just don't like the
reading into
coach.
stuff too much.
It was like the Key and Peele skit, but in reverse.
Maybe she just don't
I
like the
don't
coach.
think so.
I was thinking that too, but the internet
I don't
likes to
think
run
so. I don't
wild.
think she like that.
Coach probably
But
told
no,
her
she's
pass the ball.
basically the female
Steph
Steph
Curry.
Curry in
For real.
college.
They're calling it rigged. because an all-white team beat an all-black team in the
What?
finals.
You said that what?
They're calling it rigged because an all-white team of Iowa beat an all-black team in the finals.
I mean,
I didn't watch the games. So I don't know.
That's false. You must be talking about when they beat LSU.
I guess, and they was like
They lost to all predominantly black South Carolina.
It was like
Did
the rest was
Carolina
like
win?
certain calls wasn't getting called on her because they had money on her.
They always cater to.
Listen, sports fixing is a thing, man. Like it happens, especially in soccer, but it happens in basketball too, especially at the college level.
I feel like they were catering to her in the LSU games. Like
When you the good players,
way,
they
she
do
didn't
that.
win a national championship because they lost to South Carolina.
I'll say didn't win.
They gonna do that for good players. They did it for Tom Brady.
So I
They
don't-
do it for LeBron.
Yeah, so I don't understand that logic because they literally lost to like an all black team.
Hey, I was just a headline nigga. I just saw it.
yeah,
I didn't even click on the video. I just saw like that. It was just moving in background.
Yeah.
But that's funny. She didn't even win. By her, she's got endorsements, and then people in the comments was like, "This might be the first time women's basketball gets watched over the men's basketball."
yeah. I saw
mean,
this.
it
I
is.
saw this one meme. It was like the real eclipse, and it was like like two basketballs, and it was like
Yeah.
men's NBA, and then it was like women's. That was like eclipse and that shit.
They're like, finally, it's our
It's just
time.
because women basketball have a lot more star power. Like there's back then you like Kobe, Iverson, Tracy McGrady.
Basketball just a bunch of super teams, man.
But now, like all those names are in women's college basketball in the WNBA, so it's like
Yeah.
overshadowing men's college basketball.
You got Griner.
and the NBA. I'll go ahead.
That's all I know.
Griner.
Pretty good. Yeah.
She free.
Well, apparently Caitlin Clark was so good that Iowa would retire her jersey.
Oh shit.
They put it in the Raptors.
I mean, yeah, she's like the leading scorer in college history.
No
She
shit.
just declared for the draft. I
Hey.
mean, she's broke a lot of records.
Hey, you know what?
In women's sports.
Just toast to that white bitch.
She's scored the most points
Hey.
in men's and women's.
Oh, really?
Ones.
In
You don't
college?
Yeah.
You don't always have to be the champion to be considered the best when it comes to the draft. Right now in the NFL, the dude who was expected to go number one did not go to the championship this year for college football.
Yeah.
They're the person who won isn't even considered a top 3 quarterback to draft this year.
Who was that? Who was that one with the questionable last name?
Oh, Noah nigga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't Noah nigga, was it?
No, it wasn't no nigga. That's
talking about
JJ
Caleb.
McCarthy. Yeah, Caleb Williams. It's funny. People are calling him the Chicago's LGBTQB1.
What was it?
Is he gay?
He kind of zesty. He real zesty.
Well,
like there was a close up picture of him sitting at a game, and dude had on like pink lipstick, pink nails, pink phone case,
Hey, man,
pink wallet, and people were like, "Hey yo, what's up with this man? He
was in the
wears
moment.
some of the clothes he wears. You just be like, what the hell is that?
He was in the
It
moment.
is what it is, but
Yep.
the fact of the matter is,
He can ball.
you'll still go out there and bust
Exactly.
your ass.
Exactly.
Still go out there and bust your ass.
You be looking like Charlie Murphy against against
Right.
Prince.
It just mean he can bust your ass some more way than one.
Nah.
Speaking of sports, how did y'all feel about, OJ the Juice Man? But
OJ.
Juice
The
expired.
juice expired.
but I just feel like, it's inevitable, like,
Well, everyone
when
gonna
a person
die.
has that much negativity surrounding their name, when they go, it's going to be a bunch of slander, like just with Hugh Hefner. Like when Hugh Hefner passed, like all the dirt, and then even with MJ, so it's just
Yeah.
like them three right there.
I mean-
They was cooking this man. Like, it was everywhere. It didn't matter.
OJ
Like,
was the one nigga, the black community, where we was like, nah, white people. He did it.
Yeah.
Like, don't lock him up. Don't let him out.
But like it's crazy. It's crazy like how that just like 180 though. Because like when it happened, there was like just everybody was happy that he got let off, right?
Yep.
People was out there celebrating and shit.
It was that damn book.
Yeah. It's like if I would have done it.
Yeah.
like Dennis Rader, aka BTK, about like he knew he got away with something, but he just couldn't help himself to keep putting out hints to like.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm like, what if they like found like a confession, like a little notebook or something?
I hope he left one just to say that he did it there, and it's like we can finally put it to rest.
He just it's in the book. It's just like a bunch of empty pages, and you get to that last one. It's like sigh.
Stupid. Right. Now I just want to know how Khloe Kardashian is feeling right now.
But that's not even proven. That's just a conspiracy.
I'm just saying, how is she feeling right now?
Oh shit! I saw this one meme. It was like somebody had the Bronco, but it was like in the form of a hearse.
Yes.
It was like his last ride.
You know, it's interesting that he dies the same year the Vince Staples show comes out, because there's that at the cookout episode, that uncle that's supposed to be O.J. Simpson, basically. Like, it's not that O.J.'s his uncle, but you realize that that's O.J. Simpson, and it's just like, and he dies the same year. It's like,
Vince Staples inherited early All Points, magic. You remember, because we was always talking like Louis Anderson
with the magic.
You remember?
We're just talking about the magic.
You remember?
Yeah,
he was talking to Louis Anderson,
yes.
and then like a month later, dude was gone.
He was gone.
Man,
Well,
I feel like another one that can be added to this category is, I might have mentioned it off the mic. It would be Vince McMahon.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like he's what is he, 80 something?
There's no love lost if that man does.
right.
If this stuff never came out, he might have been good, but that's the first thing they gonna do.
oh, of course. They scrubbing him out the history books like Chris Benoit.
Yep.
He ain't even killed nobody. He just pooped on a little person.
He
Man,
even went to trial yet.
when that Chris Benoit story broke the news, man, that was wild to me. I was like, I knew that man was vicious, but it's like, I thought that was an act. You mean it's like he just took out his whole family and said,
he was like, Psycho Sid was just kind of like, oh my god.
yeah. It's like, bro, this motherfucker was choking me out like a week ago. What the
Did they ever talk about like what was his motive? Like,
They trying to
His
say
brain.
CTE,
Yeah,
but
CTE.
Paul Heyman, he had a little interview where a fan was like, "Oh," he was talking about Chris Benoit's name got brought up. He was like, "Yeah, that's my boy." He was like, "Who said that? Who said that? That's your boy?" Well, and then he was just basically breaking down the murder, and then he was like, "Yeah, they want to blame it on CTE. Fuck CTE." He was like, "If that's your boy, then fuck you too."
yeah, right?
I still think he was murdered.
Yeah. Well, you think
someone killed him?
There's a conspiracy theory that
You
someone
know what?
killed him.
He probably was going to tell on McMahon.
Chavo Guerrero told the story because he was
the story, yeah.
You heard it when he was with him that night, and
When he
that
called him
morning
up.
he called him,
Yep.
and then he wouldn't.
How
They
do
have to
you
take different flights?
How do you
Chavo
kill?
Guerrero.
How do you kill your son and your wife, and then how do you kill your son one night and then the next night you kill your wife? You literally got the bodies laying in your house and
I
then you
thought
kill
it was
yourself.
done at the same time.
Oh yeah,
thought it was too. Yeah.
How do you kill those two and then like have the bodies living in your house and then you kill yourself the next day?
you never
Because
know what
when
kind of
you're-
like
That's wild.
psychotic
When
break
you're out of
yeah.
it, like
Nah.
when people talk about like demons, like that's like possessed. That's real.
That's
When
why
I-
you gotta,
when-
and I was proud of you when you was talking about like you like went to like after I think it was like everything that happened with you with old girl, and then you said you went and did therapy. I was like, yeah, good,
Oh yeah.
yeah, because I think you should.
Yeah.
But to piggyback, he's like, how could a person do that? He was like, and still be with it. That's the same way with any serial killer, like the Jeffrey Dahmer. Like he had put the people in the bin and acid, was going to sleep while they just sitting there in the corner.
That's crazy.
Got him in the
Decomposing.
freezer. He just living life. So
We got
like
TV shows off this dude.
Your mind is twisted. Like
Some people think watching those TV shows be sick, and it's like, nah, these TV shows show you warning signs. And I seen people doing stuff like this.
There's
It's
a
like,
lesson
nah,
in every. There's
yeah, you
a lesson
tweaking.
in everything.
Yeah,
Like when I was in high school, our teacher showed us a movie about Ted Bundy, and it was like that dude was a force of nature. Like he could not be stopped for a while because he was just snatching women up in parking lots, and then they locked him up, and they were like, "Okay, we're good." That man refused to eat for like a long time, and he got skinny and slipped through the bars. He's why they made the bars smaller.
Yeah.
And then he just left and just went right back to it. It's like, bro, went right back to it.
So, do y'all think? I mean, I don't know the news or anything, but are there modern day serial killers today?
I'm sure there's.
Yeah, it's just whatever the
They're called school
media
shooters.
feels like talking about.
That's actually a good point because like the whole idea of like a serial killer, like by definition, is like killing 3 or more people in like the same way. Well,
Yeah.
So I mean, technically yes, but not like the kind that we think about, like the Zodiac killer.
out
Because
here.
it's just weird. Because like back in the day, it just felt like it was so easy to just follow someone home and whatnot. And like nowadays, everyone seems like they're somewhat aware.
Well, yeah, you got Ring cameras, you got backup
Exactly.
cameras on
Yeah.
cars.
There's so many other, and just the techniques to find out who people are.
Yeah.
There was
You know,
one in
so-
California like last year, the one a couple years ago.
That's wild.
Dude was just killing people.
I mean,
finally found him.
when the DC sniper was out here, man, it's like that shit was clever. It's like, who was gonna check a trunk for a sniper?
That was still early 2000s though, right?
Right.
I mean, even now, I still wouldn't check a trunk for a sniper. If I hadn't heard of the DC sniper, I wouldn't think to do that because it's like, who's sniping from the trunk?
right.
I think that was in the movie. If I'm,
Oh,
Might
I don't
have
know
been.
if you. Hold on, I gotta pull it up. But it was damn. What is it, Martin? It was an old movie. Like
I don't know.
Jonathan, whatever.
I don't know.
Jonathan knows what I'm talking about, but he's not here.
I mean, I think there's serial killers out there that just haven't been caught yet. Because, like
Yeah,
most
but-
serial killers, they gotta show a trend and a motive before they realize that this could potentially be the same person. At the end of the day, they're like, there's dead bodies on the news every day, but until they start to see a trend, they don't realize that it's even a serial killer. Half the time, you don't realize that a lot of deaths that led up to that person actually being discovered were even associated with that person.
Yeah, because there's like a bunch of those like back in the 70s or whatnot. They had like a lot of highway killings that you think are just completely disconnected, and you find out like with like DNA evidence that this person was here on this point of time, and then here, and it's just like shit like that. Just, I mean, it's just wild to think about.
I mean, they're still trying to link BTK to some murders potentially there. I know not too long ago they were checking out his house for some bodies he may have apparently buried on the property from Oklahoma.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's just like, they usually have more victims than people realize.
Did I ever tell you about like the just rude awakening I got about like when that shit came out? Mm-hmm. So like I'm having this argument with my sister, right? Mm-hmm. And this is probably like I think maybe my sophomore year of high school. And we're just going back and forth, and it was just because I didn't lock the door. And I'm like, who the fuck cares? Like, it ain't like we have any serial killers here in Wichita. And then a year later, they catch BTK. I was like, and what was worse about that, too, I think I said it on the show before, but like, we went to Heights, and there was a church across the street where they did this thing, Falcon Fellowship. Mm-hmm. That's where dude volunteered.
Yep.
Yeah, dude was regularly going to church, involved in it and everything there. And
He used to get Ricky food or Steve.
Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm. He already said his name.
Yep.
But no, they can really just be anybody. But now, those sick people, instead of a lot of them going out and I'm gonna be a serial killer, it's just I'm just gonna do all my killings at once, and that's where we get the public shootings from. These are people who essentially I feel like are too lazy to be a serial killer. They're just like, I'm not about to go through all that. I'm just gonna go take as many as I can before they take me out.
Hell, and even then, a lot of them don't want to be killed.
Yeah,
they want to like give up before they're killed, and then just live with the notoriety.
Because they know that if they give up, then they'll arrest them. Mm-hmm. So like you'll see so many, they'll just drop the gun and fall down. It's just like, as a police officer, I can understand why some of them might would want to take them out, because it's like, nah, you don't get to just do that. Like, you just shot up a school. You don't get to just lay down and be like, spare me.
And that's a hard choice to make as a cop, because it's just like, you want to, but like
they always want to know the why. So if we kill you, we ain't gonna.
Yeah,
because that's where the conspiracy
keep you
theories
alive,
come through.
Then we can try to get the why a person did this, and then they do all the studies and try to like use that.
That's why, man, I couldn't be a cop, man, because there was this one video I was watching, and it's fucked up, but like obviously I feel bad for the cop in this situation, but like this dude it was just like a regular traffic stop. Mm-hmm. He was telling dude, he's like, hey, you got to get out of the car. This is an order or whatnot. And he's giving him like a couple of chances to get out the car. And he's like, listen, man, you got to get out of the car or else we're going to have to get excessive with you and whatnot. So like, we're going to have to tase you and we're going to have to pepper spray you and all that. And he's just like, no, you guys are not going to do this. I know how this turns out. You're going to like pin something on me, and he's legitimately scared and whatnot.
Yeah.
They do it in the car. And cop is just like, hey, you got to get out. And then they start like manhandling the dude. And you see him like on the video, he like reaches down and then you knew it was about to happen. He pulls out a gun, just takes out both the cops and then just leaves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, kills both of them. And it's just like, it didn't have to go to that level, but like, dude was just, he was scared of going to jail, but not so scared that he can take those lives. Like, I'm just like, how the fuck do you get there?
Right, and it's being caught on camera more. It's like if the cop car is there, especially, it's like there's a camera pointed at you in the cop car, so it's going to see you. It's going to see who the car belongs to there. Like, I've seen some of the videos like that. Cop pulled a guy over like on a country road, went up, started talking. Dude just start blasting at him, and it's just like,
I mean, that's why they be on the edge. I mean, they got a reason.
See, that's what I'm curious about, though. It's like, is it a mental health issue with Americans?
yeah.
I mean, I think about it, but it's just like you have knife attacks that happen in other countries, and like, I would probably put it that like the whole serial killer thing probably happens in somewhere like Japan a lot more than it does here.
I think they said we have the record for the most serial killers in the world.
Of course.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
And then the other countries are like second, third, fourth. But
Well, they got better
United States was
gun
number one.
gun
We're producing the
regulations,
most
too.
serial
We're
killers.
number one.
That's why we just need the purge. Just let everybody get it out once a year.
No.
But there's always like, I know he said he don't like those documentaries that like glorify serial killers, but it kind of like, it's informative as far as like what's yet to come and how to like, catch stuff. But there's always an underlying reason on how they became this person.
Yeah.
It usually
daddy
starts in
wasn't there.
childhood.
Yeah, dad, mom, just little weird stuff.
Kids bullying them.
Yup.
Nah, there's a kid I made sure to be friendly to in school because I saw a sign and I think might have been in your grade, Kyle. He was a white dude. His name was Jesse. He had curly hair and glasses. Yeah. And he would sit in the library at lunch all the time there, and he never caused problems for nobody or nothing. But one day some kids were picking at him, and because we were trying to get in the locker room after PE, and the door was locked, and he started doing this weird thing like, here, I'm going to show you how to unlock the door, and he starts knocking with both hands, and they're like, the hell is he doing? And someone called him just a straight up fucking weirdo, and he looked at them dead in the eyes, and then he just went, bark! I'm like, oh no, this nigga just barked at him, and that just sent them over the edge more, and I'm like, nope, I'm being nice to this man from now on because they going to turn him straight into one of them doing that kind of shit.
Because I know who you're talking about, too.
You just become a product of your environment. So I'm sure that guy came up in a strange household.
Yep. You give kids like that a Snickers.
Just a Snickers.
You're not sure.
Like, hey, I like you, man.
Man.
You tell me when to go to the bathroom.
I'm kind of mindful of that now because I'm just like, in this era, like you said, people can go from this to that in a split second. So I'm always just trying to like be cordial with people, whether they a little strange and off. I don't ever try to like say something unless I actually know you.
Yeah.
Then I might can like have that type of banter with you, but like I'm just not about to be talking shit and saying crazy shit about people.
I mean, you ain't even got to say something sometimes. It's just a look. I was talking to my grandma earlier about one of my cousins. He's autistic.
Yeah.
He has a staring problem with people, and I've had to stop people from trying to fight him before because he don't realize that he's doing it, but he's just staring, and it unnerves some people, and it makes them mad. And it's like, people will blow you away for that kind of stuff now if they think it's a problem. Like, you stare at somebody's kid that's unhinged, they might shoot you. Their woman, they might shoot you.
Even at I think the big thing with the staring is like when you driving and the light's red and you slow down and then you always, I don't do it. There has been somebody like you look over in the other car and they look back and they take it like, and
what you want?
Somebody got killed before because they just looked over. The dude didn't like the way he looked at him, shot and killed him. So I got tinted windows, but I always keep my. I don't try to look at nobody. And even like if we're out in the mall, like a big public setting, dudes are always aggressive. Like anytime dudes make eye contact, it's kind of like
you look at that girl too long.
It's
Man,
just kind of like
homeboy?
it's kind of like you sizing me up, like, oh, what's up? So when I'm walking past dudes, I just got a real habit of like seeing through people. Like I make it a thing not to make eye contact with other dudes, just because I kind of, with the experience, I kind of know how to play the game.
But somehow you just the nigga to fight.
Yep.
Every time.
Nah, those is just.
Well,
I think because we're in an environment where people are under the influence, so it's just like, people are drunk, high, and on whatever type of drugs they in the club. So it's just easy to just like pick somebody to fuck with.
I mean, as far as like on the road, I'll do that shit. Like the other day when I sent that video,
Yes. Person cutting you off.
Man, the shit pissed me off.
Man.
But I stared him down for like a couple of seconds. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? And then just went on my way.
Probably had doo-doo.
Yeah,
Probably had the boo-boo.
I had the boo-boo.
See, I'll be
That's
trying
always
to.
a thing. I'll be saying the same shit. I see somebody speak, I was like, yeah, that motherfucker gotta go take a shit.
I'll be trying to be careful when I'm out riding, because like if you ever see a rider do like this or that's the rider's hello, we're usually talking to another motorcyclist just like, hey, what's up? But I'm like, man, I hope somebody don't think I'm flipping them off.
No,
like
right.
straight up.
2 fingers down?
2 fingers down. Some people will do 4, but it's just a, hey.
No, I never knew that.
Do you actually like ride motorcycle or anything? Like just motorcycle?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about lane filtering?
Oh, the people that, you mean like a 2-wheel? Like people who ride in the middle?
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, okay.
Don't do it.
All right. I just wanted to.
I wouldn't even do it to pass unless it's an emergency, like somebody about to run me off the road, then yeah, but people who do that, almost like you're an asshole, one, because a lot of times you'll be in somebody's blind spot.
Yep.
They can't move over now because you're over there. Like it's inconsiderate. Like just because you can fit there doesn't mean you should do it.
But it's safer, It's
not.
safer for the motorcycle. So if you get hit, at least I don't get hit. Which that's the only thing I can kind of get on board with.
No, I don't agree with it. I don't think you should do it. I mean, I can't lane filter anyways.
Right.
My front end too big, but I wouldn't do it regardless because I think it's stupid.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's just from somebody who rides, because I see them signs all the time where it's like, can you see me? Right. Mm-hmm. And I'm currently working on a compilation video of like bikers doing the dumbest shit.
Do it.
So
From all of your recordings?
Yeah. So I can't wait. I'm putting that in the Wichita Bad Drivers.
Oh no, there's some bikers out there. I just be like, you really don't give a damn about your life.
Nope.
Like, just zooming. Like, it was one time I was actually right over here. Dude was getting on the highway, wrapping around that way, going like 90 on the off ramp, no helmet, his girl on the back. I'm like, you realize if you crash, y'all dead, right?
Mm-hmm. Dead.
You 90 on the ramp.
And it's just like, why? Like, what is the point?
Adrenaline.
I mean,
people don't value life.
Shit, go on some amusement park rides, whatever. Do
Ain't
that.
Fast enough. Ain't fast enough.
Yeah, whatever. It'd be a fast death if you fuck up. So.
Yep, exactly.
It's like the people that be doing like parkour up buildings with no harness.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm like, nigga, you will fall to your death.
jumping across a 4-story building.
Jumping out there.
There was this one video. It was crazy. Like, dude who does like free climbing and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And he's like, so dude is just well known for doing it without any kind of gear. He's just like bare hand or whatever, right? And I think he was like setting up his camera and the wind gets a little busy, so a little hard. Mm-hmm. And he kind of like slips and he falls, but he catches himself. And he had been climbing like all the way up there. So he's like trying to get up, but he's tired and whatnot. And you can see his hands shaking and whatnot. And so he just can't get up. And then all you see is just, oh. And I was like, fuck. Like, yeah.
See, it's that kind of shit right there. Like, I saw a video of a dude climbing a mountain there like that, and then they had camps. They suspended tents hanging on the side of the cliff, and I'm just like, why? And they're sleeping there. It's like, just go to the top. Or go down. I'm like, but then I also thought, I'm like, okay, I get if you pee, you might have a jar. What are you got to do? What are you going to do if you got a shit, bro? Like, you just going to be hanging out the tent. Oh, shit.
You don't.
Some people sleep wild, so you might like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Hell, what if the rock just old and your clamp fall and your ass dead? Like, you don't even get the chance to wake up. You just fall in and you sleep.
You wake up dead.
It's wild. If they survive it, they got a story to tell.
People just be playing too much, man.
Yeah.
Like you get to insert a coin and get another life.
I mean, we live in Kansas though, where it's flat as a pancake. So it's just like there's nothing really to climb on over here. We don't know.
I mean, but we got winds. So you can do a little fucking windsurfing.
If we had a beach, would y'all go in that beach water?
Yeah. I mean, people try to call our waters beaches all the time. They're like, go on the beach. That ain't a beach.
Yeah.
That's a lake.
That's a lake.
Shit, I won't even go into like
pond.
Yeah. I ain't even going into the Ark River. So
we got a beach somewhere near Austin. Let's go play Big Black Sack.
There's a pothole that just ain't getting filled up. We got filled up with water. That's our body of water.
In Wichita, you want to go swimming? Just go on down to somewhere between on Woodlawn between 13th and Central when it rains. Yeah. The water will get deep enough.
Right.
Ain't no drainage.
You go to West Street, you can swim.
Man.
Shoot. Yeah, no, that's just...
wasn't a couple years ago, wasn't somebody literally kayaking down West Street one day when it was spraying?
I think it was about a couple of years ago.
Man, it was so bad that people was trying to drive through that.
Through there, the water taller than this table. I'm like, why are you trying to drive
all right, gonna lock your engine up.
Why you think I bought the big truck?
Man. Yeah, people with the big trucks, they'd be like, exactly. Y'all thought I had a little dick.
Prepare for this moment.
I just want to go into work. That's just it. I was like, all right.
That's okay. Kyle will be all right because he'll be able to turn his car into a submersible here soon.
True. Well, we know what happened to the last submersible.
Don't get affected. I saw this one video. Sorry, I got distracted. I saw this one video. It was basically a parody video. And the guy walks up to his girl shopping. She's like, all right, well, what's the last 4 digits of your social security number? And she goes, 0022. And then the guy goes, okay, it's $22. If you're following me, I'll double it for... And he's like, oh, I am following you on Twitter. And he like doubles, all right, you got $44 to spend. So he goes inside the store. And then another person walks up to him and was like, hey, I'll give you this much money if your mom's maiden name rhymes with this. And then she's like, oh, my mom's maiden name is this. She's like, oh, well, it's not this and that, so I guess you don't win. And he walks off. And then another guy walks up to her and is like, hey, have you found my dog? Have you seen my dog? My dog's name is blah, blah, blah. What's your dog's name? She was just basically answering every security question out there. And one guy was like, hey, I heard your mom's maiden name was such and such. Are we related? My mom's maiden name is such and such. What street did you live on? And she gave out the whole information.
Damn.
And I was like, I know this is like a joke and like a parody, but I was like, I think it really is that easy to give people information nowadays. Because it's like people are so oblivious, and so gullible, and so oblivious to like real world. Like I think you can get anybody's information nowadays.
Well, just that people are stupid too, man. I mean, you see people do that same thing, and they go up and they be like, "How many states are there in America?" And there's legitimately people that don't know there's 50.
True.
They'll be like, 32. I don't.
People still try to count Puerto Rico. So
yeah.
But I just think the world we live in today is kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be like really skeptical about everything. Of
course.
Like, I got an email today, and thankfully it was true. But I saw it, and it was from, greatest president, Joseph Biden. So apparently I'm going to get my loans forgiven.
Nice.
Really?
Yep.
Beautiful. Congratulations,
yeah. So,
hey, that's worth clapping.
I was just like, yeah. But the second I saw that shit come in, I'm like,
disclaimer.
Nah, this is fake. So I went ahead and looked online to see like what everybody else was getting. They're getting the same thing, and I was like, So then I go to Reddit and find like other people with the same kind of like version. I'm like, y'all can't be lying.
Too good to be true.
That is wild. You're like the fourth person. I know both my sisters got theirs loan forgiven. You did now.
You probably will.
Man, I hope, because I'm paying on them right now.
Wait, how long you been paying for?
I just started paying like this month.
For a long time.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I just started.
Well, no,
started
but
back
overall,
paying.
like how long have there been payments?
I couldn't tell you.
Because I know that you were in school.
I started paying right when I got out of school, and I was paying for like a good 2-3 years. Well, all the way since COVID started, and then that's when I stopped paying.
Okay.
I stopped paying as soon as the pandemic hit.
Yeah, you got a long way to go, nigga.
Man. And I got a lot to go with too.
Yeah, I mean, like, and basically they're just like, yeah, you don't have to do anything unless you want to opt out. Just let it ride. So
that's wild. You got an email saying that.
I was like, I ain't gonna see. Here's the problem, though. Here's the other problem. It's because I got So that's like the second longest thing on my credit report.
Mm-hmm.
So I expect the credit to go down once that's eliminated.
Of course.
So I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I want to do that, but
I think it might. I'm
I think
starting
it'll
to
probably
wonder.
still be on there. So everything stays on for 7 years unless you work with a law firm to get it removed.
I thought it had to be active though.
I don't even know.
I mean, if it's collection stuff or things like that you owe, it would stay on there until it's paid off.
If it's been turned into collection, it stays on for 7 years, even if you paid it off. But that's why you gotta go talk to the professionals, work out like a retainer fee with them, and then they can contact you. You pay them, and then they'll go send letters to have it removed and wiped off.
Yeah.
I've done it before. That's how I got this A1 credit right now. You know?
You know, I'm starting to wonder if mine got paid off because I had mine in collections and I had paid within the last 7 years and it just suddenly disappeared off my credit report.
It's
So I'm
niggas like you.
I didn't finish school, Kyle. I barely went a year.
That's the hard.
I don't need to be paying for it.
That's the dumb
I didn't
thing
learn
about
nothing.
it.
I didn't learn nothing.
It's niggas who didn't graduate, don't got a degree, or ain't paid theirs for years.
Listen.
Ain't paid theirs for years. I'm over here, got a degree, graduated, paid on time. They ain't never missed a payment, ain't never defaulted, and niggas is just passing through mine.
Sound like you a
I-
sucker.
Listen, I paid my shit, okay? Like, I even right now, it's just perfect, all right? No missed payments and all that. I earned my shit, too.
I got lucky for the time that I went. I got paid with scholarships and grants. And
Yeah.
and everything else I paid out of pocket. So I
Niggas-
just had a clean slate. I didn't owe
like,
no money. I wasn't in debt.
Yeah.
Credit Karma was sending me notifications. This is your 130th consecutive on-time payment. Congratulations.
I like them alerts. My credit's actually good now. So I see it,
man.
I'd be like, yeah.
Hey, but
Credit
Credit Karma ain't the one, though. You got to get an Experian app.
I don't use the app, but I do log in there every now and again because it's higher.
Yeah, I ain't never used it.
I got Credit Karma.
Yeah.
$20 a month.
That's Experian, too. But
Bougie nigga.
Hey, that's why I be on top of my credit. Like when
I got
get
a
cards and
subscription
try
to my
get
credit, boys.
places.
That's where I'm at.
I stay on top of my shit.
Hey.
I'm trying to get. I'm almost to that 800.
That's cool. What you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna give me a. I'm gonna put on a Future album and get a bad bitch.
You go get a Brazilian girl with your 800 credit score?
I might, because the
Brazilian.
Eagles and the Packers or somebody is playing in Brazil.
They are. Yep,
Upcoming.
it's
So
Eagles,
I want to go
Packers.
see that game.
Them bad girls don't care a nigga's credit score.
they do.
Niggas be having credit scores of 200.
You know why? Because you can
still
get
be
shit-
smashing.
You have access to things that other people can't.
Of course.
because of
All right.
Credit and,
Yo,
then low APR rates and all
Of
that
course.
stuff.
Bro, ain't no APR rates low right now in this economy.
Mine is my Impala APR rate for it was like 2.99.
I said right now in this economy. Even
I mean,
if you got
good credit,
even if you got good credit right now, you go get a house loan, minimum 6%.
yeah,
that's why I can't sell my
mortgage
house.
went up.
That's why I don't want to sell my house.
That's another one that was on that chart.
Because we got like 2% on our house, and I'm like, I don't want to do it because I'm like, the amount I'm going to have to pay for something better is way beyond it.
Yeah, we all got our houses during the pandemic
In
when
the
it was
age of
2%.
inflation, ain't no way around it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, unless we get Trump back in office.
He gonna give us them stimulus
Man,
checks
is
we've
it
been
true
waiting
that
on.
he pulled up to a Popeyes?
Yeah, no, it was a
like-
Chick-fil-A.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was a Chick-fil-A.
What happened? What happened?
This nigga pulled up to a Chick-fil-A in Atlanta.
See, he trying to get the black vote.
He the same color as the Nuggets.
What do you do?
He was just trying to give out hugs.
See,
This
here's the fucked up part. Okay, so I read about this shit, and he pulled up to the Chick-fil-A, and he's like hugging all black people, and whatnot, and he's just like just chopping it up with him, right? And then it turns out one of the chicks he hugged was actually part of like the conservative fucking party.
Blacks for
whatever.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, like one of them organizations.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is down with the bitches and hoes.
So y'all forget before he was a politician, niggas effed with
did.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, he was.
They did.
He was in the hip hop. He was in
course.
urban culture.
Yeah,
There was songs named after him.
When the nigga was harmless, yeah.
He was in all the rap music videos.
When all he was doing
the
was
movies.
firing people on TV.
This nigga was the king of cameo.
Exactly. Yeah, he was in Home Alone.
He didn't go to Magic City and order some lemon pepper
That
wings.
nigga was in the Little Rascals.
Yeah.
I just watched that the other day.
He was slim and trim then. He was slim and trim.
Yes, we saw him in the video in the movie. We was like, dang, he was young back then. He was young.
That hair was coming out the scalp. It wasn't brushed up to the side.
That nigga was in the Little Rascals.
Hey, well, I'm gonna just say one thing. This little rascal got a dip.
Well, we about done anyway, so we can go ahead and close this out.
Okay.
Yeah, we at the end of the episode.
4-7.
I know, right? Like,
That's how it's supposed to be.
right.
Shit.
Well, shit. If we just go and close it out, I got one thing I gotta say. Diaper Jam is gonna be this Saturday, so
Next Saturday.
Yeah, I thought you said the 20th.
yeah, but it's coming Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I swear to God, y'all fucking.
I'm in the present.
Y'all act like I don't know when the show is.
He's trying to help me.
He's like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
At the time of recording is next week.
Anyway, okay, so the beans have been spilled.
At the time
so
of
when you're
release.
hearing this, Saturday is gonna be the Diaper Jam. Come out. It's gonna be a ton of fun. It'll be a
Yes.
good little fundraiser. Your boy's gonna be playing, and also, there's some whispers about a Final Four track maybe playing. I don't know.
Maybe, if we
some
can
Final
get the
Four
band back
representatives
together.
gonna be in on that. That's TBD.
Right.
But we just want y'all to come out.
If you're in the Wichita area.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, if you're not in the Wichita area, you still should come out because
Yep.
we know you got it. We know you got the money. Just come on out.
Exactly.
But other than that, that's all on my end. What about y'all? Y'all got something to shout out?
I just increased the Final Four mention count to 4 now.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yep. Don't forget, I'm tracking it. We gotta know. We gotta know at the end of the year how many times y'all say the band's gonna get back together.
Stupid.
Applies to you. What are y'all drinking tonight? Said if it applies to you, what are you guys drinking tonight?
I got to re-up on the
I don't know.
Long Island mix. That's probably going to be
Bring in
it.
some zero sugar Smirnoff drinks.
What's up?
Well,
About you, 3 fingers.
at the moment, I'm
Chicken
drinking.
grease.
I'm drinking nothing, but I heard good things about W Energy.
Oh, W Energy?
I might be
W
drinking that in the
Energy.
future.
Oh, shit.
I guess we'll see.
Because usually you play that while you play games, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I might
Shoot.
be drinking that in the future.
Nothing helps me liberate for democracy better than W Energy, man.
Oh, shit.
I mean, maybe. We'll see.
Okay, well,
Hint, hint.
keep that on the
Wink,
on
wink.
the horizon.
That's
W
right.
Energy.
Yeah.
But with that, we're going to close out. This has been the Y'all Points Podcast. We the freshest crew. Thank you for listening in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment in there what W Energy flavor you want to try. And I go by the name of A2.
Tim the Chat Man.
Midwest.
This is Kyle's Cool Corner.
And we
Out of here. Peace.